So if you guys are getting these codes as well, keep watching the video and I'll show you how to fix it. Hi guys, welcome to Touch the Clutch. I'm Terry, Igor's behind the camera, and today we'll be working on my BMW M235i. So, BMW M235i, they all have one common problem with the taillight. Basically the ground wire takes too much current and it just burns out, and the pin on the actual taillight backing burns out as well. So today we'll be changing that. I got a brand new BMW like backing of the taillight where all the bulbs sit and like the whole like motherboard is, and I got a repair kit for the connector, so I'll be showing you how to do that. So first, what we gotta do, we gotta get our handy little tool, pop these two plastics off. Let me just do that quickly. You pop one, there's a 10 mil in there. You pop, that one's always a bitch, pardon my language. You pop the second one, there's a 10 mil in there. I carry a 10 mil with me because BMW. So you just put that in there. You want to make sure that it's on loosen. Make sure you don't scratch your taillight and undo it. So after you took out the two 10 mils, that's all it's holding. There's a bit of Loctite on there. Actually, these are Nylock. After you took these two out, all you have to do is just grab it right here. There's a little pull handle here. And then you want to get like a palm grip onto here. I already kind of pulled it off. And then you just kind of pull. And it will pop out of this socket here. It's just a rubber like grommet type of thing. And then make sure you don't pull it even more. You get a pry tool or do it with your nail. You pop this little pin out right here. See? Here, where's my pry tool? Get me my pry tool. Thanks. So you pry this little tab out, and then the connector will pull away. As you can see in here, the ground is burnt out. And then if you look at this connector here, that pin right there, that female pin, is burnt out. Just like a lot of females these days. Anyway, so what you want to do is get like, well, this is my trustworthy workplace. All that's holding this backing of the taillight is just these tabs right here. So what you want to do, you just want to obviously have something soft underneath, kind of press on it, release this, and pull up. Release, pull up, release, and repeat. And there's a bunch of these. And then when you have released all of them, this should just pull up. That's all it is. So we'll be changing this whole backing, transferring all these bulbs onto a new one, and then cutting the connector and redoing the new connector, repinning it. So I'm not gonna show this part, but basically just set them both side by side and then just transfer one by one in the same spot, just so you don't mess it up. I'm pretty sure they're all the same, but you can never be too safe. Okay. So after you've transferred all of the bulbs, as you can see on the new, they call this whole backing bulb socket, they added a new ground here, just so the pin in the back doesn't burn out, and they added this connector. I'll be showing you how to do everything. Basically, this connector has this is a female side, it has a male side, and the male you have to solder onto this connector where the ground is. I believe it's the brown. You have to solder into it and then obviously connect into here just so the pin doesn't burn out. So I'll put this back in, but I'm not going to film because it's the same. You just kind of reverse it. So the bulb socket and this kit are two different things. I'll provide the part numbers in the description below. Here, I'll show you what's included in the kit. So weatherproof little grommets, a new connector, and then here's your, actually I don't know what this is. I'm pretty sure this is for the, if you only have the ground burnt out, but we're not going to use that. It provides some heat shrink pins, and here's your ground connector, and one more pin. That's actually, I don't even know what that is. Anyway, we're not going to use that. So after we've reinstalled the bulb and I showed you everything, what you want to do is you want to take this connector, take a nice little tool, cut it off. Well, make sure you cut off so you can kind of see the ends, because obviously you want to match the wires, you want to repin them, and you want to match the wires on the other new connector that you got. Now what you want to do is you just want to grab a tool to strip these wires, and then strip them about maybe like this much, and then obviously repeat on all the wires. So after you've stripped one wire, you want to put this rubber grommet, this is like a weatherproof so the water doesn't get in. You want to put it so these 3 grooves are to the back of the wire. So obviously you want to put it on, and then you take one of the connectors with this big U. It needs to hug this grommet. So pull it back a bit because we don't need that much. To perform this, you're gonna need a tool like this. This is an open barrel connector crimper. I'll provide like a link in the description below. You can pick one up on Amazon. This is a fancy one, but you don't need one like that. So what you want to do is you want to put the connector on like that. Then you take your crimp tool. First you crimp the top, crimp it good and nice, and then you crimp the bottom. There you go. That's nice and neat. And then repeat for all of the wires. So you want to either take a picture of this, or on the front of the connector, it's probably too dark for you to see, but there's numbers here. It says 1 to 4 and then 5 to 8. Yeah, I'll write it down and I'll put it up for you on the screen, the pin sequence. But yeah, you don't want to mess this up because you cannot depin this. You can, but then you ruin the connector and then you're gonna get a new connector anyway, so don't mess it up. Okay, so 4 hours later, I repinned everything. Just like I said, repin the same way it was on the old connector, and then this connector needs just splice into this existing ground. Basically, I just spliced into this wire. I cut the rubber off. I cut the insulation off, and I'm just gonna solder it now. That's what it looks like. So yeah. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. I was gonna use this loom, but I got it from work, but it's too thin. This is like, I think, 1/4 inch loom. So I just put electrical tape all around the connector here, and then I put some more electrical tape around this connector. And now basically what you got to do, just reconnect it all. I'm not going to show that just so the video is not too long. Don't forget to connect this one, pop the taillight back in, 2 10 mils, and you're all done. And I'll show you if the taillight works or not in a sec. So I put the taillight back in. I haven't put the 2 nuts on just in case, but moment of truth, we're good. I'm gonna start the car and see if reverse light works and everything. Perfect.
Mechanic.
So yeah, it only took me a while because I messed something up. So if you don't mess up, it shouldn't take more than 40 minutes. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I hope this video was helpful too.